just from party and get you wet. I'll never forget.
If you haven't heard of Danny Gevirtz, well, you should. Stop right now, leave my page, and go check out Danny Gevirtz. If you don't come back, that's a bummer. I expect after that you won't come back. Today I wanted to buy his LUTS, his power grades, so you don't have to. Or so you have to. Depends on what you take from this. So here's what we're gonna do. Me, an amateur. I have some okay footage that I would like the Danny special. This is gonna get, I'd like Danny to put his special all over it. I'm a real scrappy colorist. I'm going to watch Danny's video he put out, try to do what he does, obviously apply these power grades to some of my footage. I'm gonna use footage from a short film that is currently in halt because I can't figure out the edit. And another reason is like, man, it's just not gonna look that great if I color grade it. So I've just stopped. So if you're someone who wants to edit a passion project that is just in the weeds, hit me up, because I feel like I just can't do it. I'm not the guy. But I do believe some of this footage is nice, and to give it the filmy look might be pretty sweet. So let's dive in. For me, I gotta be honest, I'm going to use this. I watched Danny's video. I got the power grades in. For your information, as part of this review, it's really easy. He even includes the Premiere and DaVinci Resolve instructions, videos, Vimeo links to get these in. Really easy. If anyone says anything negative about that part, they just didn't follow directions, because if I got it, you can get it. All right, so now other thing I did, and everything's gonna be unorthodox. When you look at what I have going on, even shortcuts, you're like, Justice, why does it take you that long? Yeah, well, because. So I was already playing a little bit, but I want to start from scratch with you all. So let's look at something I haven't looked at so you can kind of get the full effect from this shoot. These were nice. This was a really basic area. Walk, 2-shot. We have had one angle on him, and then hers. Not greatest coverage, but you know, here we are. So let's just find a good spot. Let's drag that in, and actually I'm just gonna copy and paste it from one of these. This is the look. I'm just gonna grab the grade already. All right, off to an okay start. Here it is if you haven't seen it yet. I'll just kind of give you a little snapshot. For me, I kind of have to manage my playback resolution. This only has 16 gigs of RAM, this laptop, and it's an M1. And so with that said, I'm going to just disable grain, and I'll disable halation, and then weave dust. I'm gonna keep glow, and blur I'm gonna take out. That is just purely so my computer runs better, and we'll get to those in a second. So when Danny put in his example clips, he had a clip that was a little underexposed. So what I'm gonna do is do what he did, bring some of that back. So he went to his exposure, he went to his HDR wheels, and he just bumped it a little bit. So we'll see what we got. We're gonna bump. It's making the highlights a little hot, but I'm also watching her face. And let's just stop there for now. All right, so I usually, whenever I like messing with a power grade, because I've played with one before, I usually like to just see what everything's doing. So I'm gonna click through and disable re-enable. I'm not gonna touch noise reduction. I just know my computer will be mad. That's what we already did there. He has this contrast. I don't know where I think he played within curves. Maybe it's a slight curve he did. We'll see if we touch that. We might have to, which would be trouble for me. Density, I don't know what he did here, but I like it. Look adjustment, just for your sake, we can see. Go full. Oh, I don't understand the blur vibe, but maybe not for a kind of dialogue talking portion. Maybe if it's more B-roll. Glow, I do like the subtle glow. Dust on, off, weave, off, on, off, on. I actually don't know what weave is. I figured dust was on top, just to dirty it up, but I don't actually know what weave is. So comments, hit me up. Thank you. Grain, like I said, that is pretty heavy, so we can play with that later. Halation. Oh yeah, you can see it, especially in his hair. You can see that, which I think he simply turned the gain down if you want to adjust it, which I'll leave it in. I'll put it down at like 0.25. All right, and this was his warmer, cooler. He said 5600, 3900. I think it's clear that this one needs to be warmer. Adjustment, sharp. I like that, pops. I don't know where he did that. What can I see here? Yeah, he just sharpened. It's great. All right, honestly, great start. It's gonna be jumpy. That's right. That's a pretty great start. So what I would start looking at if it were me, which it turns out it is me, as I'm playing with exposure. Actually, let's look at the white balance. So I'll go here and I'm gonna go offset. And I want this to be a little bigger. It's not gonna change anything. And let's just pull, maybe not, maybe, ooh, that might have been it. So yeah, with this, I don't really want to play too much. I think there's things I could do, like, let's just white balance, and maybe in this look adjustment, I can play with that. Like, can I bring down the highlight at all? Oh yeah, like if I can get the highlight down by itself a little bit, it separates the cloud from the sky. Turns out I did retain that. Great job, Justice. And then maybe, if I'm crazy, I'll go back to exposure and kind of bump the overall. Yep, I'm getting out of my... I don't like doing this on camera. That's the reason I haven't done this on camera, is because I'm just full of it. Just pull this down just a little bit more. It might be too much. We might have been happier before. You know, I was playing with the white balance. Oh, actually, my white balance adjustment really did help get rid of some of that orange. I don't know. Pretty sweet for just a drag and drop application. Okay, let's look at some more.
Good.
There we go. This one's sweet.
Good.
This is me waiting. Waiting in the water, by the way. Yeah, sweet. Actually looks cool. So any of those jitters, the shakes, it's because I'm knee deep in the water somewhere. All right, so we're gonna once again copy and paste the initial look. Pretty cool from the start. Let me go to this is what Danny did. He took look adjustment and he pulled down the highlight here. It would be cool if I retained. Yo, I kind of did also. Huh. Honestly, there's not much else I'm going to get from that shot. I mean, in my opinion, for me, my personal ability, I don't think I'll be able to get much more. All right, we're gonna take this, move it on over. I do remember his being darker, so we'll make our adjustments here. Shoot, let me restart this because it's crazy. I like this better, and then let's pull this up.
Born, have to give birth, have to live, have to die.
I think I started recording audio on my camera.
From
Cool.
your own money without another tax payment.
Do you have a channel now?
HUD.
Then let's just, I don't know, look adjustments. Play with a few things. Pull down the overall highlights. I like it, but it would look a little more uniform. Yeah, and then there's, I don't know, I might go to the power grade and do something like this, that, this. Whoa, dude, chill. Maybe just bring down, I don't know. Just a little blend across the screen. Sometimes you can get crazy with these things and you're like, okay, wait, let me do another one. And then I really want to focus on his eyes. And maybe that's too big. And just really kind of do this. Soften the snot out of it. Where the heck did that iCloud drive pop up? Yeah, and that was obviously too much here. But I think that's what he did with his vignette. He has a vignette over the whole thing, which is great. But sometimes I'll find myself doing something way more intentional to really get into what I'm trying to do here.
I'll just spin it all before maybe can't take it.
Honestly, it's so funny. Let me tell you the truth. I've been messing with the footage here because I can't edit it all together, so at least I can play with colors. And slapping on these Filmy LUTs, it's already better than what I've come up with by myself. So there's that. So yeah, maybe Danny, I'm a little frustrated with you. You know, it just takes copy and pasting and you get a better look than what I've come up with. I will say, just like any power grade or LUT, make sure your lighting is right. Because as you can see with this one, like that one's gonna take some work to get it right. It looks kind of good, but at the same time, I mean, it doesn't. I have no business doing this color grading video. I'm sitting here, I'm wondering like, man, everything looks dark. Oh, I wonder why, because my screen brightness is low. What a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant guy I am. Here's my review. It's really approachable, and I think that's how Danny Gevirtz has thrived and made his filmmaking career. His YouTube career has been all about accessibility. He's tried to make it real simple, straightforward. He doesn't position himself as the expert. He positions himself as an artist who's continuing to learn and get better, and he does a great job at that. He's not some techie guy. He just cares about the overall look and the client and the story, and does a great job depicting those. For me, I gotta be honest, I'm going to use this. I have some other ways I get to my end products, and you can check out some of my work through my company. It's not just .media. That's on Instagram. And you can see that, most of my looks are fine and my clients are pleased. They're not as good as Danny Gevirtz or many others, and maybe like not as good as you, but they definitely work. This is a great start though, and I'm excited to use this on more creative footage and just start with this power grade. I might end up shutting that whole second row off for some projects, and I might click off a button, but it's an awesome start. And then for this helicopter shot, I love it, and it's basically everything's on. It looks good. Overall, here's my review. Buying the thing, $69, let's go to the site again. How much did I spend? $70 for the power grade plus the LUTs. Okay, that's number one. If you can't do it financially, well, don't do it. You can figure out other ways. You can watch his tutorials. He is very good about sharing what he does. He's open. He made a video about how to adjust these power grades after he launched it. So he's not hiding anything. So if you need to save money, maybe do your best to replicate and study what he does to get his looks. If you're interested, it's a great starting point. I'm pumped. I'm glad I got it to make a video about it, but now I'm going to use it. Really, it's a great spot. If I care about a project so much, someone else is going to color grade it. It's just not going to be me, because I'm just not going to do the best work. I don't have the eye yet. It's not that I don't want to do the best work. Now that I bought it, you don't have to, or you should, or you shouldn't. Supporting someone like Danny Gevirtz is a no-brainer for me. I've been watching his videos from an entertainment, from a educational, from most angles. I've watched almost all his videos he's put out for the last few years. I love them. I sit down and enjoy them. Some of them I stop and pause. I'm like, whoa, I need to watch this on my TV. I need to experience this and really, really enjoy this. I've appreciated what he's given to the filmmaking / YouTube community. So buying something he puts out, which I know it's taken him time, and It's a no-brainer, of course. $70, done. I would have donated that if he needed the money. I don't think he does, but who cares? The amount of time I've spent entertained by what he's been putting out for free, $70 is not the end of the world. So thank you, Danny, for building these out. Steven Schultz, incredible job. You're a branding guru. All right, so this is fun. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I'm trying to build this community on YouTube. I'm slowly getting better. Posting every Monday, well, that is one way to push yourself to improve. So if you have a goal, maybe your strategy shouldn't be just work on it, practice, practice, practice. Maybe it's just go out and perform and evaluate. Go out and play, get in the game. So that's what I've been doing with YouTube. I've been just trying to get in the game. Posting on Mondays, staying consistent. Yeah, doing the best I can. Now, as I'm talking right now, I have 60 minutes of a screen recording to dissect.